We're gonna give you the 3 best special strength exercises for the spin in the shot, and we're gonna start right now. So that first key factor that we gotta do when we're thinking about special strength for the shot, specifically the spin, if we're spinners, okay, what goes into being a shot putter, right? We have a 7-foot circle, and we have a 7-foot circle where we have to produce as much force as possible, and producing that force in as short of a time frame as possible. So we have to be extremely explosive. We have to have some absolute strength. Look at someone like Joe Kovacs. He's the 2nd greatest thrower of all time, and I predict he's probably gonna break the world record before his career's over. He's the 2nd clean 23-meter shot putter, and on top of that, he has a ton of max strength. Now, how does he transfer that max strength out into the actual throw? He takes a lot of throws. He probably does a lot of speed work. He probably does a lot of different exercises that force him to be a little bit more mobile, and that can transition then into producing a large amount of force in a short period of time. So when we're thinking about throwing as a shot putter that's spinning, we have to be mobile in our hips, we have to be mobile in our shoulders, we have to have good trunk rotation, and we have to be able to put a lot of force into the ground just like a sprinter. We have to have those ground reaction forces that then transfer through our trunk and then into the shot as we're rotating. What is special strength? I believe special strength is one of those things that can directly bridge the weight room here with the circle, okay? So if we have the circle, we're doing specific work. We are actually throwing the shot with a spin, okay? When we're in the weight room, we're doing back squats, we're doing power cleans, we're doing bench presses. And then what we can do to unite that is take a movement that might be loaded a little bit more than the actual shot, and it might be a little bit different then throwing with a spin, but it's close enough that it mimics the actual throw. So that's where special strength comes into play. This is a technique, a hack that I learned directly from my former coach, Olympic champion, Dr. Anatoly Bondarchuk. He was a huge proponent for special strength movements. We would throw dumbbells, we would throw bricks, we would throw cinder blocks, we would throw shots for height. Those are all great examples of special strength movements. And actually, now that I think about it, I was gonna give you 3, but I just gave you 3 extra special strength movements that now you can use inside of your training. And I think that's another key factor here is that if you're traveling and you don't have access to a weight room, but you're actually still throwing, you can still train special strength movements for the spin and still reap a benefit from that overall adaptation. So now we're gonna go into those 3 key aspects that you can use as a spinner to improve your special strength. Now, these are exercises that you might see inside of our elite training plan. The elite training plan is available at throwsuniversity.com. You can click on the link down below, head over to Throws U, and you can pick that up today if you want to be the next beast shot putter. We're gonna go into our first key exercise. And one of the big parts that I love about band-based special strength work is that you can use bands when you're traveling. Like I mentioned, you can put them in your suitcase, you can put them in your backpack, you can take them with you to the track. They're very, very easy to transport, and they also help you get a little bit better mind-muscle connection because of the tension you're gonna feel. Now, we're using a Garage Strength Powerlastic Band, okay? So these Powerlastics, you can pick these up at garagestrength.com. They've got handles here, so you can do a lot of unique stuff here. This first key is gonna help you as a spinner feel the rotation tension that you need when you're doing a standing throw. You can feel this then and transfer this into the full throw. Remember, if we're doing special strength movement, if I'm gonna get into this position, I want it to emulate that front part of the circle, okay? So we wanna feel this tension that would mimic what we're doing with the throw. I like using this Powerlastic with the handle here, and I'm gonna come back with my arm here, and I'm holding the band elevated, okay? So if I hold the band elevated, I'm gonna hit the band with my right hand. I'm a right-handed thrower, so if you're left-handed, you would do this with the opposite arm, okay? I come through and I hold that tension, okay? And I wanna actually try and feel pushing, okay? Pushing into that Powerlastic, moving forward from that hip and from my right shoulder and from my trunk. So that's the cool part here. I'm pushing a nice ground reaction force into the ground, okay? I'm gonna get that back into my hip here, go through my trunk, into my shoulder. So I'm here, boom, hold. Come back, hold. Come back, hold. Come back, hold. And then one of the unique things is we can do this at the end after we're potentiated and really start to feel that rotational strength. So Powerlastic banded standing throw is one of the best ways, and it's the first key step that you can use to improve your special strength. Now the next two keys that we're gonna go over are gonna be related more to the half turn. Okay, so this is where we're gonna really start to feel that strength carry over into the circle. We wanna focus on some technical movements. We wanna focus on positioning, balance, stability overhead. That's where that second key exercise comes into play, and this is going to be using our hydro weight, okay? So if we have our hydro weight here, what I like to do is have this elevated just slightly, right? So if I'm here, I wanna get my left leg moving. A lot of throwers struggle with the left leg rotating to the front. It is one of the hardest concepts to master in the sport of throwing. If we have a slow left leg, we tend to lean forward a little bit. When we lean forward, then our left leg gets late. When our left leg gets late, then we're gonna fall off that finish. So if we can master by using special strength movements, and if we have something that's a little unstable, like a hydro weight, so we're gonna hold this out, we're gonna rotate with that left leg forward, come through and hold overhead. This is where we wanna be stable. Put weight on a flat left foot, okay? So we're here, holding this out, rotate, boom, hold. And you can see I'm a little off balance there. I'm a little off balance because I'm leaning quite a bit. So here, okay? Boom, almost got that one. Boom. Now we have better feeling into that trunk. I would do this for 5 sets of 5. Okay, we're using the garage strength hydro weight. You can pick that up today as well. But it's a movement that's gonna force that good rotational strength, and that's gonna transfer really well to the circle. Okay, now third key special strength exercise is another thing that we're gonna focus on for the half turn. This is gonna be using the strength Powerlastic Bands. So this is, again, we wanna focus on that left foot and that left foot transferring into our right hip, and that right hip transferring into a monster throw, which then connects to our shoulder. Okay, so if I hold this left out, okay, I'm here, I wanna rotate here, and then as I come through, I hit here. So you can see I'm holding, I wanna feel this left move, okay? Left moves, come through, hit. Let's do that again. I'm gonna go here, left through, hit. That's one of the best ways to feel the tension from the ground, and that tension, and you're also gonna have a better position holding that left shoulder. When that left leg gets rotating front, we catch deep and we rotate forward as quickly as possible. If you're more elite, you can use the HAF band, and that is also gonna help train the abs, which will transfer phenomenally into the spin shot put. So use these 3 key special strength exercises when you're trying to improve your spin shot put. Again, those 2 Powerlastic exercises, one from a stand, one from a half turn, then that hydro weight that adds in a little bit of tension that forces you to be a little bit more stable. Remember, special strength is something that bridges the weight room to the circle, and we use that deep inside of our elite training plan available at throwsuniversity.com, because remember, if you want to be a champion, you've always got to train and invest long term. Until next time, peace.